9.
What's going on, everybody? This is AJ Capasso here from Coventry Circle Paranormal, and I'm here with my good old friend.
Alyssa the old, by the way. Robin from Hopper and Paranormal.
And you're watching another episode of Talking with the Source. You know what? I'm going to do some shout outs at the end. I want to get right into this because we have an awesome guest with us today. There's a couple things that we're going to be talking about today on this episode. With the founder of Parapost, the founder of Global Ghost Hunt, which is happening next year, and registration will be dropping on the website as it launches and just days away. So we're going to be talking about that too. So if you're part of a team or a researcher, or if you just want to volunteer and be part of an epic historic event, a 10-day event for paranormal live investigations, please stay updated and watch this episode. But today we have an awesome guest, man. We have one of our best friends and brothers, Bryan Laverty of Huntaphobia, on Paraflixx, streaming right now, seasons 1 and 2, and I believe season 3 will be dropping if it hasn't already. But you know what? Let's bring him in, Robin. I mean, I can't wait to talk to him. I've been pumped all day for this. So, hold on.
Exactly.
What's up,
There he
Bryan?
is.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How
I'm
you doing?
sounding a little, I have to be honest. I'm sounding a little bit rough today. Not a lot of sleep last night. So if my voice sounds a little scratchy, you know why.
It's all good.
That's all right. Apparently, I didn't have much sleep last night either. He had a busy night
Yeah.
Oh, really? Why is that?
No, not at all.
on the street corner.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks.
No problem.
I almost spit out my water on that one.
Yeah. You know what? He's lucky he's all the way in the UK. But
Yeah.
anyway, I want to get right into this, my friend. So we have some big things coming up, Brian, that you've been doing, that you got us involved in, which we're super grateful for. First thing I want to talk about, man, is Global Ghost Hunt. Please tell all the teams and researchers out there how they can get involved, what it is. I mean, they've been seeing these videos. I'm sure they kind of understand, but please give us the rundown.
So basically, Global Ghost Hunt is going to be an event that's going to be launched next year. Like you said, 2023. It's going to happen twice a year. It's going to happen in May. It's going to happen in October. The May one starts on May 4th and goes to the 14th. And the one in October goes from the 19th to the 29th. So basically what this is going to be, it's going to be, like it says, a global ghost hunt. There's going to be teams from all over the world that are going to be participating in this event over 10 days. So if you have a haunted location that you want to investigate and you want to be part of Global Ghost Hunt, we will be streaming everywhere around the globe or world, however you want to put it. So if you have a haunted location that you want to investigate and you want to put it up, so everyone can see it, and I mean everyone can see it, then you definitely want to enter the Global Ghost Hunt for sure.
I don't know where he's gone. But absolutely.
Meant to press do not disturb, but I forgot that part. But no, what I wanted to ask you, Brian, was a lot of people have been asking me, like, I know we're going to be streaming these investigations live. We're going to be streaming these investigations live. So, like, whereabouts, how many locations do we have that we're going to be streaming on? I know it's going to be.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's definitely in the works. I'm working on that with everything else, but that's definitely in the works. And once that is established and we know what we're doing with that, it will be announced on the website and through social media everywhere. So it's a little premature right now to talk about that right now until I have it finalized. So once it's finalized, everybody will know.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a big hello to the V Team Paranormal as well.
Absolutely. Hello, V Team. Thank you for joining us.
So are we going to, so I know we're going to be talking about that, and I was looking for it. You guys wanted to have a little bit of teaser.
Absolutely.
Of the website.
Tease them.
And this is going to be the first time anybody's going to see it. I'm not going to show obviously everything, but I'm trying to decide what part of the site I'm going to show.
Okay. Awesome.
To be honest.
First, you guys are seeing this first over everybody. I mean, we're part of the administration group, and we haven't even seen this yet. So
exactly,
super pumped, man. Super pumped.
We're team leaders, and we haven't seen it. So
yeah,
what he's showing you, he's showing us as well.
So let's see here. I'm trying to decide what part I'm going to show. Okay, so I'll show this part.
But
okay.
Yeah, let me.
So yeah, once let me get it up here.
I'm not sure because.
So this is going to be a first time a lot of people are going to see this. And so basically, this is going to be one of the pages that will be on the website, and there's going to be more things added to this page as well. So here we go. As soon as AJ comes back to us, right?
you know, there's always one, isn't there? Like,
oh, there he goes. Can you share it? You can share it at your end.
Yeah, I think I can. Want me to put the camera just fully on you? Oh, here he is.
Here he is.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm driving through a bad section right now. I apologize. Okay. You know, trying to multitask, doing deliveries on the same time as doing an awesome podcast.
What have I told you about that before? Multitasking. I told you about that.
You're right. I'm not good at it. You're right. I'm not gonna lie. You know.
Right. So
I shared it. I shared it.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. There we go. Awesome.
So right here. This is going to be one of the pages. And as you can see, we have the welcome video. We have the global ghost hunt. We have the dates here. We have the dates here. And basically, if you go down, this basically explains about the global ghost hunt. This is to welcome everybody to the first annual ghost hunt. And obviously, there's a little bit of verbiage down here explaining about the ghost hunt, the live streaming, and saving historical locations, and the overall reaction from all over the globe on the global ghost hunt. So, yeah, so here you go. So if you happen to be on this page, you can click onto this right here, and it will take you right to the registration form. This will take you to the haunted location form if you're just a haunted location and you want to sign up. And this is the volunteer form. So you just click on those and it will take you right to that page. So obviously you see up here, these are the dates of it. And you click on this date and it will take you to that particular registration form saying that you're registering for those 2 weeks or for those 10 days. So
nice.
This is part of the site. Obviously, there's a lot more to the site. And there's going to be a special video that's going to be added right here. And everybody will see that in the next week or two once the site is up. The site will come up first, and then that video will be added probably in the next week or two. So, and that's a special video.
Still due to the 1st of June.
It's either going to be at the end of the week or the beginning of next week.
Right.
Because we got a couple of things to do with it still. But yeah, so that's part of it right there. And I'm not going to show all of it, but
no.
There's actually going to be a sign in as well if you want to sign up, because we're going to have a lot of different things within the site as well. And there is going to be something added over here on this side, and that will be added over the next week or two as well. Awesome. So, everybody, and what's coming over here is going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be pretty interesting. So people are going to be, I guess, a little surprised when they see that. So, but the video that's going here, people are going to be really surprised about that video. And yeah, so definitely looking forward to that. And we're so I'll take that down. So we're definitely we have somebody that's joined the Global Ghost Hunt that is basically our spokesperson. That will be it's pretty exciting that he's on board, and he's a pretty famous guy. So he's going to be our spokesperson for the Global Ghost Hunt, and we're really, really excited to have him. When
I
he
take it
first
you're
found
not
out,
at liberty to say who it is yet?
no, not yet. When he found out about what we were doing, he said he wanted to be on board, and he wanted to help in any way he could. So, and yeah, so some big things coming towards the site, and it's basically done. We have some testing to do, but other than that, everything's good to go.
Excellent. And for anybody watching as well, Bryan, they can come to you for more information if they need it, or they can come to me and AJ for more information. But it will technically, everything you need to know will be on the website. Isn't that correct?
That is correct. And
we
also,
can explain in detail, but what they need to know will be on there anyway. So
and that's why we're going to be releasing a video soon of the administration team. And that I can't tell because that's coming up. So everybody will know what everybody's doing on with the administration team. So right from down from me to, and Peter's not going to like it when I say this, but right down to the volunteers. And the reason I say that is because Peter made a comment today that volunteers is at the bottom of the list. Well, it wasn't done on purpose.
Better not be watching.
What's that? it wasn't done on purpose, but
no, but it is. You sort of you set them out, from top to bottom, really, don't you?
Yeah, and that's why I felt it was important to create a video that's going to be showing all the administration team, and that video will also be going on the site as well. So basically, people know who they're talking to.
And everybody really is as important. Really, when you think about it, it's only literally the job titles that actually categorize people, but the volunteers and stuff, they are as important as anybody else, really, when you think about it.
And they are. And Peter, and I'm positive Peter will do a wonderful job. And I have no doubts about that. But I think it's, like I said a few seconds ago, I think it's really, really important to put an administration video on the website so people know who they're talking to when they're reaching out to somebody. So if the teams are speaking to the team leaders, then they know who they're talking to. And I think it just makes for a better, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a better, I can't think of the word, but it's better for everyone.
It's a better way of doing it, because if anyone's going to come for like the locations team leaders, and instead of everybody going to you and you saying, no, go to Robin and AJ, or, if you want to do like multimedia and you're saying go to such and such, at the end of the day, once it's all shown on there and everybody sees who's on what, they can come straight to that person rather than everybody going to you all the time.
Yeah, well, and this is the thing as well. So as soon as the registration or as soon as the paranormal investigation team signs up, everybody that's in the team leaders for the paranormal investigation teams will get that email, and they will reach out to them, and that's when the relationship starts, and that's when the support starts. And like everybody on the administration team believes in the same thing I do. And that is full team support, full location support, and full volunteer support as well. I never seem to say that, but the volunteers are going to get full support as well, and because they're just as important as anybody else, because they're putting in their their time to help us. And I've had so many people reach out to me about when's the website going up, because I want to volunteer. And I'm really, really happy that people are doing that. But like I say to everybody, the site will be at the beginning of July. It will be up. Now, whether that's this Friday or Monday, or maybe pushing it to maybe Tuesday, no more than that, the website will be up by then. And it's funny because I had a message through, and I didn't realize I did this, but when I set up the group page on Facebook, I must have done this by accident because of the fact that WhatsApp has been connected. So I've been getting messages through WhatsApp asking me what is the Global Ghost Hunt. I actually had a message the other night, and they're waiting. They're going to be signing up, so they're waiting for the website to come up, and so are a lot of other people too. I know, but what people need to understand, and we want the site to be perfect.
Yeah.
We want everybody to come to the site and just not come to the site and register and that's it. We want people to stay on the site because there's going to be a lot of other things on the site as well that people are going to be able to look at or watch.
Like forums and stuff as well, things like that.
Well, we will have a message board for people that want to ask questions. Yeah. But what my plan is, well, actually, I'll hold off on saying that because...
Hey, guys, wait, not to interrupt you. I may lose you just because of the area. So, Robin, just keep going if I end up losing you, all right?
Okay.
All right,
so,
go ahead.
There is going to be a page on the site that is going to be benefiting everyone that's going to be joining the Global Ghost Hunt. That's all I'll say about that. Okay. And it's going to benefit everyone that's involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And remember, people, the website is coming, but greatness can't be rushed.
Absolutely right, Robin.
Well, I will say Jordan, who's the team leader for IT, has done
a hell of a job.
He's done a hell of a job, and he is the one that's going to be. It's his baby. He's taking care of it, and when things need to be added, we'll just send it to him, and he'll add it where he wants to add it. Absolutely. I've told him. I said, "This is your baby. You're taking care of this, and all I need is it working properly."
Hey, you know what's awesome too? We also have an amazing multimedia department that we have, and I just want to shout out to them because Humphreys, all of them, they've just been doing an amazing job.
Absolutely, I was going to say that.
Yeah, Robert Humphreys that did the past videos, has done incredible work, and right now the administration video is being done by Dom from 13 Spirits Paranormal, for people to know. And I've seen some of that video. It's looking really, really good. And that is going to be basically introducing the administration team, that video. Yeah. So that should be out in the next couple of days. We were waiting on one person to send his picture, and, he kind of held back the video. That was Robin.
Yeah, I blame Cornwall. There was no signal down there.
Yeah. So he finally sent it today. I think that's it for pictures. I think everybody sent their pictures. So the video is almost done. It's just a matter of tweaking it. And unfortunately, we're going to have to change the music in it because everybody knows what's going on with Facebook. Facebook seems to be copywriting everybody's music that they're putting up, whether it's an intro, whether it's an outro, anything. They're copywriting everything now. And so to give people a little bit of information, that if you don't want a copyright, just go to Facebook Creator Studio, and you can find music in there and upload your music through and put it to your intros and your outros or any videos. So that's a little tip for people. Now I'm just trying to figure out if that's the same thing if you put it over on YouTube, if you're going to get the same thing. So basically what we're going to be doing is when we're sending out these videos to the teams, if we have to, we'll do one for Facebook and one for YouTube with just different music.
Just as well, while we're on the subject, so for anybody who's obviously interested in signing up for it, whether their locations or whether their teams are willing to sign up. So as well as you saying the having a message board on the site, there'll also be all our individual email addresses, won't there? So that people will be able to contact us through email if need be. Is that correct? Or will it not be that way?
So what will happen is when the registration forms are filled out, they'll automatically go to the team leaders for that particular, whether it's paranormal investigation teams, whether it's haunted. And I think I need to clarify this when we're talking about haunted locations, and then we're saying haunted locations again. I need to clarify that. And what we mean by that is, when you're signing up, and if you already have a location, you're going to be entering into the registration form. Now, there's another section that's going to be on the site for haunted locations that don't have a team, but they want to be part of it. So they can sign up their haunted location. And if we just happen to have a team that's maybe in that area, we'll connect them if that team doesn't have a location. But at the end of the day, when it comes to locations, it will be their responsibility to find their own team.
Yeah, we actually spoke about this a bit in depth at the last meeting, didn't we?
Yeah. So basically, what's going to happen is, once the registration forms are filled out, they'll go to the proper team leaders, and that's when the team leaders are going to have to be talking and talking with each other over the next year. And then you will get the email of the team, and then the team leader of, like, let's say paranormal investigation teams will have to reach out to the team that just signed up, and they will be working with them and doing everything they can to help them be successful in the global ghost hunt. So we don't necessarily need to put the email addresses out there, because when they sign up, I would rather not do that for privacy reasons anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting any personal information on the site because we don't need to. That's people's personal information. And you know what? And if something happens down the road and that person decides that they only want it to be in the first year, then we got to take that name down, and then we got to reorganize it on the site. It's just way too much to do. So this way, when the haunted locations and the teams sign up, it will automatically go to the proper people that it's supposed to go to. So, and then that's going to be the responsibility of the team leaders to reach out to them.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
So really, what, ideally, 1 second.
Ideally, 1 second. Well, that didn't work out for you, Robin.
No, I was just gonna. I thought someone was coming in. Ideally, then, really, if a team's signing up,
yes,
in an ideal world, we would want them to be signing up with a location in mind.
Yes.
But if they don't have a location, it doesn't mean that they can't sign up. We still encourage them to sign up.
Yes.
And because it gives you just under a year to either find a location or for us to be able to match you to a location anyway.
Yeah. And that's a good thing too, because of the fact that I'm glad we're doing this so early, because then it gives teams some time to find a location. And because most times when you're looking at a more popular location, sometimes they might be booked a year in advance, so and that's why I'm glad we're doing it so early, because then it gives teams time to find a location. If the teams just want to sign up and we happen to have a location that signed up and they're in the same area, yeah, we'll definitely connect them, and they can go out and investigate in that area if they want to. We're not going to force anybody to do that. It's completely up to them. But if they're having problems finding a location, that's just one avenue that they can go down. So I think honestly, my feeling is most of the teams that are going to be signing up are probably already going to have a location. So,
yeah. I think so, because a lot of people that I've talked to who are interested said that they have, a lot of locations that, that they're ready to do. So, I mean,
yeah.
I'm totally pumped. I don't think people really know the grand scale of what we're doing. We have a whole committee, and I don't think people really understand. I think they may just think, oh, it's a fly-by-night thing. But in reality, this next year is the first year of many years to come. And this is a big deal. You know, this is a big organization that you started, and like I said, we are super proud to be a part of it.
Like honestly, AJ, like I really planned this. Like I've been planning this for a little while before I actually brought it to you guys.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of different thoughts in mind and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really going to be, we think it's going to be big, but I want people to know that when AJ said about the administration team, we have 19 people on the administration team.
Yep.
Like these are people that are dedicated to the paranormal world and love paranormal investigations and just love the industry itself. And that's why they were so happy to come aboard. And even with the spokesperson that's coming aboard, he found out about it and he said he wanted to be part of it. And we were more than happy to have him a part of it. And so I've been getting tons and tons of messages. When's the site coming up? Can I volunteer? When can my team sign up? It's been all kinds of questions, which have been great.
Yeah.
Which means that people are interested. But there's a lot of things that are going to be coming down the road in the next couple of years. So this is stuff that I've already planned and in the next couple of years. And people are going to be surprised when they find out what happens in 2 years. And it's going to be an incredible time for the global ghost hunt, because honestly, we want it to be global, and we're going to have many countries involved.
Yeah.
And like the messages, I think I got a message last week from Germany.
Wow.
And they want to be involved. So we're literally going to be everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell these paranormal investigations teams that if you want to get noticed, if you want your team out there and people to watch your stuff, this is the way you want to do it.
Absolutely.
You want to join this because you are going to get out there across the globe. And I say globe because of Global Ghost Hunt. And I just like I said earlier, I'm just getting messages from everywhere, and it's a really positive thing, and it's a good thing, and I'm really looking forward to see what happens when the site launches.
And from our end as well, especially from your end, we're only really looking to sort of get ourselves out there like we want the other teams to. We're not benefiting from any more exposure than the other teams and stuff.
No.
We're only really working to make sure that we're all on the same level, really, aren't we?
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, Robin, because we're going to be exposing the teams and the locations. But what I want for everybody else that's on the administration, I want to get them exposure as well. And that's why the administration video is going out. And so everybody knows who everybody is, but also who you're a part of as well. Like you're talking with the source, obviously, but you also have a paranormal group, and so does AJ, and so does PETA, and so does everybody else. And like Dom, who's doing the video, he's part of 13 Spirits Paranormal. So everybody, and we even got Matt Barron, who's part of the Paranormal Consultant. So everybody that's on the team has something to do with the paranormal.
And you as well. You're not only on with Parapost and Global, but you're also on Huntaphobia.
That's correct.
And stuff. So so we all do have other sort of if you want to call it side ventures or whatever.
Yeah.
But we just basically in a nutshell, we just want all the true evidence and teams who honest teams and stuff. We just want all the evidence and information of them out there along with us, so as we're all working for the same goal. We're not using anybody to sort of transport ourselves anywhere.
No, but it's right at the beginning when I brought it to you guys, when I brought it to everybody, a lot of people that are on the administration team, and they were obviously, all of them were on board, which was great. But I did say at the beginning of all of this that, yeah, we're going to have teams that are going to be getting the exposure. We're going to get locations that are going to get the exposure. But I want to make sure everybody on the administration gets exposure too, because they're going to be working behind the scenes and they deserve it as well. So everybody that's involved with this, right down from, the administration, the teams, the locations, the volunteers, the sponsors, the people that are donating, they're all going to be exposed, if I can use that word. They're all going to be seen. We're going to have something on the site that is going to be for sponsors, and they're going to be seen. We're going to have something for people that are donating. If they want to donate to it, they're going to be seen. So everybody's going to be seen. Everybody basically has a part of this.
Yeah.
And when I speak about donations, we're going to have something on there for people that want to donate, whether it's $1, whether it's $5, whether it's $100. Nobody's going to be above anybody else. So what we're going to do, and this is something else I'm going to give away, this is what we're going to do in the site, that if somebody donates, we're going to have a separate page for everybody that's donated. And what we're going to do is they're going to send us a link to where they want to be directed to. So if somebody clicks that link, it will either go to their website, it will go to their Facebook page, it will go to their Instagram, whatever. They get one, whatever they choose. So if they have a website, when they donate, it will go up on the site and the link will be right underneath, and people can click on that link to find out who they are, and it will be going directly to their site.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's what I wanted to do. And, you guys know me. I'm a person that wants to show everybody else, give everybody else exposure, and that's why I created Parapost Network Central page, right? For all these podcasts to come on here so people can see these podcasts that they might be missing out on, or even live investigations as well, because lately there's been live investigations going up on the site as well, or on the page, and people are starting to learn about these teams, that are out investigating.
Absolutely.
So it's really it's about everyone. It's just not about global.
For the people who are watching who actually don't know who you are or don't know much about you, I mean, all I can say from my personal experience is I seen your stuff. I reached out to you to tell you I liked your stuff, and you were basically to me where, how can I help you? So, you weren't in it to try and sort of, live off what anybody else was doing. You were looking to help anybody, and you came to all of us with this offer of being part of the committee on this and with working on this. And at the end of the day, I'm an AJ as well. Can't really thank you enough for that.
Wow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But honestly, for anybody out there, look them up.
Yeah. And so if I remember correctly, when you reached out to me, you told me that you liked my stuff. Yes. But I think you also reached out to me because that's when I was starting to announce that I was coming to the UK.
Yes.
And I was going to try to hook up with you, and we tried. Because I did message you while I was there, and it got so busy. And unfortunately, you were about 3 hours away from where I was. And
only at one point, it was usually further than that.
So it just became really tough. But I did promise Robin, when I go up there again, I'm definitely going to be meeting up with him this time. So
that's no problem. Like I say, I love collaborating with other people, with other teams.
Yeah, me too.
Seeing their techniques, learning, and this is the most important word, is learning from them, because learning is, we do this job from we're, say, 10-year-old until we're 90. Yeah. We're still learning.
Yeah, of course. We're
and
I think
if we can learn off anybody, like I can learn off you and stuff, you know what I mean? And this is what it's all about. And this is when I seen you were saying about coming over, and I just started talking to you, and I was like, right, well, then I should obviously meet up with you, because you'll have different techniques than me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you
I
know,
was,
and
I'll be honest, because I was supposed to meet up with a couple of other people too, and I was really, really disappointed about that. But it just ended up being so crazy and busy,
no,
and
honestly,
I didn't realize how busy it was going to be. Like we were literally, when I got there on the Friday, the next day we were doing an investigation, and we did the
yeah,
investigation at the Merely House,
yeah,
and then we would go home. And sometimes because of I don't know what was going on with your country, but we would be driving home and there would be cones everywhere and we get diverted off the highway. Nobody was working.
no, 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 definitely not. That's the way it is.
Yeah. And then we get diverted. And when we would arrive at the location, like when we left because the first week I was at my sister's place, when we first left and got to the location, it was about an hour and 15 minutes to get there sometimes. But when we got home, we were leaving at 1:00 and we're getting home till like 5:30
Yeah,
because of
I
all
can
these
believe that.
diversions every single night. And so then we go to bed, we get up at 4:30 in the afternoon, eat, and then we're out again going to another location. And that was nonstop for 14 days.
Yeah,
And it was crazy. But then and you know what? People always talk about this, the paranormal hangover.
it's true.
Oh
It is
man.
true.
Now
It's real.
you've done one and you're exhausted the next day. Now
Oh yeah.
I did 11 in 14 days. And so when we were done for the first 4 days, all I did was I slept. Like
Yeah,
I would sleep during the day. I would get up, I would have and then I would sleep again till the next morning.
you and Dawn, if I'm not far mistaken, you you got here. Obviously, you had the jet lag.
Yeah.
And then you went out on that investigation and stuff, and then you done like a small live you and Lex.
Yeah.
I think it was like the second day or something, and you had eyes like piss holes in the snow, didn't you? It
It's
was like
funny.
I'm thinking to myself, he's
You
gonna
know,
know it off here, isn't he?
yeah, it's funny. Well, I was smart. So when I got to the UK, I didn't go to sleep. I went to sleep at nighttime when you
Yeah,
would normally go to sleep. It was a little bit later. So the jet lag wasn't as bad, but it was just the sleeping all day, investigating all night, driving all night, coming home, going back. Oh, it was just it was a complete mess. And then on top of that, my sister reserved the car for me. And I told
right.
her that I wanted an automatic. And she got me
And
a
he got a
standard.
manual.
I got a manual or standard. And I know how to drive standard or manual. I know how to drive it, but the problem was I always drove it with my right hand. So I had to learn with my left hand. And then you got all these roundabouts everywhere. And the town that Lex lives in.
Milton Keynes.
Yeah, well, it's not a very big town, really. But they have 180 roundabouts.
There's one.
Oh my
There's
God.
one in a place. There's a place it must be about 20 miles from Milton Keynes. I don't know if you went through it or not. It's
What's the
called
town called?
Hempstead.
I might have, yeah.
And there's actually a roundabout. I haven't seen it, but I've been told about it. There's actually a roundabout that we drive around the wrong way, which you would think would be the right way, but there's other roundabouts leading off it. Apparently it's real confusing.
Yeah. So is that on the way to Stoke?
No, that's the other way. That's on the way to London.
Way. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we went through that town, but it was crazy. It really was crazy. But at the end of all of it, I'm glad I did it. But when I got home, it probably took me about 2 to 3 weeks to really get back to my normal self,
Yeah.
and I just felt like tired all the time. And so I finally got back to, my normal self. But I tell you, it was a fantastic trip. It really was. I'm definitely doing it
But
again.
you've heard it on here, people. The further east you fly, beat jet lag. Don't go to sleep when you arrive.
Yeah. You go to bed at the normal time that you would normally go to bed, but their time. Like, I think I went to bed on the Friday night. I think I went to bed around 11:30 at night.
I find
we flew. Go ahead, AJ.
I was gonna say I find it funny that like it actually affected you, Bryan, because you know us paranormal investigators we're insomniacs, so it's amazing it actually affected you.
Well, you know, it's funny because I couldn't figure out if it was jet lag or if it was the paranormal hangover.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was both.
Yeah. See,
but it was tough.
When we flew back from Florida and we got here, we actually flew back during the night, but it was still Florida time to me. So it wasn't time for a sleep. So then when we arrived home, we landed in Manchester. I think it was about 8:30 in the morning. So we were arriving back in the daytime, and it was like, all you wanted to do was go home and sleep. But then you thought, I'll not sleep tonight as it was in UK time. So you literally then had to stay awake all day.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough. It was tough. I know people don't know this, but I'm not a fan of flying.
Really?
I don't like flying.
You don't?
No, I don't like flying. And it's, I've never liked flying. I think I don't like the taking off and the landing. Then when I'm in the air, I'm okay. Yeah. But it's the takeoff landings that I don't like.
Yep.
Oh, I love a takeoff.
Do you?
Yeah.
And I don't like how you have to swallow or you chew gum or
your ear pop.
Yeah, your ears popping, and it's like
I tell you what, the chewing gum thing never helped me.
Yeah, and you know it's funny. It's funny because of the fact that on the way down there, I was on the plane and there was a baby right in front of me. I've never been able to figure out why somebody would take a baby on a flight that's like 8 or 9 hours long. It just it never makes sense to me.
Did they cry?
But but the funny thing is my ears were plugged the whole flight, and then I had the headphones on watching the movies, so I couldn't really hear anything except the video of the movie, and so that was my saving grace.
So my ears were plugged. To go off subject a little bit, but have you ever had like a bad experience on a flight, or is it just the fear of flying you have?
It's just the fear of flying I have.
Because the thing is, I actually should hate flying, but I love it. But I remember one time, not just to cut a long story short, I was flying from Belfast to Newcastle upon Tyne, which was like a 45-minute flight, and we were obviously we're in the air. It must have been about a good 55 minutes, and there was loads of fog, right? But you couldn't see a thing out the window, and nobody was coming through on the tannoy and saying, you know, we're going to be a bit delayed landing, you know, there's no visibility or stuff like that. And I swear, as I'm sitting here, we must have been in the air for about 2.5 hours, and nobody, not the pilot, not the air hostesses, nobody was telling us what was going on. And I'm sitting there thinking, we must be in Sweden by now, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, I happened to be looking out the window, and the ground just appeared and it landed. And I thought, wow, that was freaky. Nobody said what we're landing, and it was like, oh, the ground disappeared.
Wow. No, and it's funny because a couple of days before I was flying to the UK, I happened to watch a movie where it was a plane crash. So it probably wasn't the best choice of movies to watch. So, you know, AJ seems to be taking a tour everywhere, right?
Yes, yeah.
He's going in and out of stores, and
I just started doing.
No, he's trying to show us all his little work spots.
As we speak, so I apologize to all the viewers because I don't like doing something like this because this is very unprofessional of me. But I did not want to miss this episode, so I didn't want to miss this episode of the podcast because you guys are coming on, you know. So I was like, oh man, I was like, Robin, I'm sorry, but I may be a little discombobbled, but I'm gonna come on. So
it's all good, man. It's all good.
You,
it makes for a different video, that's for sure.
I know, right? Tell me about it.
It's all good. It's all good.
So I'm actually lucky because if things had went how they usually go when Julie goes for chemo, I'd have been doing this from a hospital by now. But it went fast today. So
well, it would have matched you if you were in the hospital because you are pretty nuts. So.
Well, it's funny is every time I watch your videos, I know where Robin's going to be sitting, and it's always like a side view.
Yep.
And he's got to look over.
Yep.
yeah,
I'll
show you what it is if I can. I'll show you what it is. Hold on. I've got one and Julie's got one. It's one of these, right? So it's like it's got a light on it if you need it, and it's got a phone stand, and it clips on to a table. So I have it clipped on the table, and I have it bent round.
Yeah.
So the phone's facing me.
Yeah.
But it makes me look like I'm at an angle.
Yeah. Are you? You're not though, then I guess, or are you?
Well, sort of, but I'm not looking down.
Yeah.
Like it makes me that I am. I mean, if that makes sense. I'm not actually looking down to the phone. I'm looking across at it. But for some reason on the screen, it makes it look like I'm looking down at it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Now, Bryan, not to interrupt Robin's talk, I want to actually ask you a question because we were just talking about your trip to the UK, and I wanted to ask you, is there any way we could share maybe a couple clips from that the third season? Now, question: is the third season already out on Paraflixx? I can't remember.
The third season is almost complete.
That's what I thought. Okay.
It's almost done, and I actually had to send some voice clips to Zach today for a particular investigation that we did. We did a house investigation. So that's going to be in the third season. When it comes to the UK videos, that's not going to be till the fourth and fifth season.
Okay.
So the third season is here, but there is one episode that will be from the States. I went to White Hill Mansion.
No way.
And that's going to be so that's going to be in the third season as well. But the house investigation, I'm not sure which one's going to be first yet. But that should be out in the next week or so. Awesome. And so people can watch the third season. But the documentary that's coming out, that's probably not going to come out till probably October, around Halloween.
Okay.
Which I think is great. So, but that documentary's good. Zach has already told me that it's looking good so far, and he's working on that as well. But third season should be out in the next week or two on Paraflixx.
Cool. Yeah,
so,
now tell me, after doing 1 through 3 so far, I mean, I know you obviously said you've already done UK, so you got a couple more seasons already done, basically, or getting in the works. Tell me, all right now, 1 through 3 that's out so far, what is the most terrifying place that you've been so far? What was your most serious investigation that you would be like, this scared me a little, you know?
Out of the 3 seasons that I've done?
Yeah.
I always go back to this certain place because I have been there alone, which was dumb. Never do that again. In my first season, what was that? Did he get into an accident?
Must have.
That sounds like he got into an accident. It sounded like screeching of cars. Wow,
yeah.
I hope he's okay if that's what happened.
No, I would say he's back in again now. There he is.
Yeah. That sounded like you got into a car accident when you went offline.
Sorry about that, guys. I pressed the wrong button.
Okay. So, when you went offline, it sounded like there was a car screeching. I can't hear him now. There he goes. So the one place, one investigation.
I've got a car alarm in the background. Sorry about that. I can't do nothing about it. It's not mine.
No, that's okay. So
that's why I'm going to mute while you're talking.
So there's one location that I did in the first season that is, it was a bridge. And I don't know why this bridge is so haunted, but out of any of the videos that I've done so far, the bridge is probably the one that probably I don't get that scared, but I don't really get scared, but that's the one that made me nervous. That was the most that one was really the most intense one that I've done over the 3 seasons. I love the bridge, I really do. It's like if I were to take somebody, they would definitely get scared. But myself, I don't really get that scared. I don't know, but out of all of the 3 seasons, that's probably the one that sticks out to me the most, being the most scary for people if I were to bring somebody.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like you. I don't get scared. I think I get more excited when something happens.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause it's like we're in this field to try and prove what is actually out there. So you get a chance to go somewhere or activity starts happening, and people usually go the other way, I'm like, no, 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 I'm going that way. You know,
yeah,
so
yeah. I don't know. I just I get excited. I've been to places before where because of my abilities and because I can see them, if I see something more on the negative side, which is very very rare, I might get nervous about that. But generally, when I see those, I don't generally stay, because I know what they can do, and I really honestly have no interest in them. And I know there's a lot of people out there that would be, really, really excited if they experience something like that. But for me, I just don't really have an interest in something on the, again, I don't like this term, but demonic. For me, I know what they can do. And for me, I'm not going to put myself into any kind of danger. Yeah, I love the paranormal. I have a passion for it, but I'm not going to put myself in any kind of danger just to capture some video.
yeah,
It just doesn't. It's not worth it to me personally.
no,
I know
there
other
is.
people out there would want that, but not me. Not me.
Yeah, I mean, there
So
is. That's what I was going to say. There is people out there, whether they be people who are on TV or other people out there, and even on YouTube, and they'll go around places and they'll go in and they'll be, doing all these kind of experiments, should we
yeah,
call it, and stuff like that. And what they're doing is they're trying to get activity going, which is fair enough, and they're trying to bring evidence to people, which is fair enough. But the people have to understand that they're not actually seeing then what's actually happening to these people behind the scenes. It's not a case of some of these things that if they attach to you, they won't just stay in that area when you leave.
yeah. I don't know. I just the few times that I've seen it, and I think the very first one I saw was when I was about 18 or 19 years old, and and a friend of mine got hurt, and I just for me personally, because really, and I'm not going to say I'm an expert because I'm not an expert on demons, because I'm not, or demonic entities. I'm just not. So and I would never claim to be. I just have no interest in that. The like I said earlier, if people want that, that's great. That's completely up to them if that's what they want. But I'm more about the spirits, that are nice, I guess, and and getting communication from them, because personally myself, when it comes to demonic, what are you actually getting from them?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're right.
There's
Like,
nothing
they're not
better
going to
than
be.
being able to bring someone information from loved ones, or
Yeah, yeah,
and to me that's fantastic. I mean, AJ, I'll tell you, Bryan, I actually meant to message you about this. I actually had a young girl who lives not far from me, and she actually messaged me and said that a house that I had done quite far back on my YouTube, that's
mm,
not far from here, was actually her grandmother's house, and was telling me that it was bringing it all back with her watching this. And her, I think she said one of her her little brother had died in a house fire there, and on an actual photograph that I'd taken in that house, and like I say, AJ will back me up on this, actually had the outline of a man that had high-vis, like a fireman's outfit on, and a little boy beside him looking up to him. So, you know, we can bring stuff like that to people.
Yeah.
It makes it.
Yeah, and I agree, and that's great. But like, for me personally, if you know, and we've seen videos, I'm sure we've seen videos that people that are faking, yes, but then there's people out there that have actually captured maybe something that is demonic, and it's throwing something at them, or it's, you know, it's throwing a chair across the room, or, you know, something really, really violent. To me personally, that doesn't do anything for me, honestly, because like I said, you know, a few moments ago, that what are you getting from them?
Exactly.
You're not going to get anything from them. So
I have a question for both of you about this. I was thinking about this the other night, and I wanted to know, what do you guys think about some of these hauntings with these spirits that may not have crossed over, or may be negative or whatever, that can move objects in our realm, but yet the spirits that are crossed over really don't do that kind of stuff too much, from my research at least. I mean, everybody's is different, but what I've been noticing, and I've been trying to do spirit box sessions to talk to my guides about it and the spirits that I can encounter, and you know, they just talk about how it takes them out of their energy and that they don't really need to do it unless, you know, it's something really dire, I guess. But I want to know, what is your guys' opinion why that happens with certain places, and how come these spirits can do certain things, like apparition-wise? We get a lot of them that are crossed over in the light. They really won't choose to do it. Like, what's your guys' opinion on it?
I don't know. That's a difficult question to answer. I don't know. I guess I never really thought about that before, to be honest. And I'm guessing, and I'm only assuming, and because, again, you know, I'm no expert. I do what I do because I love what I do, but trying to find answers and stuff like that. But, you know, I think we've all been told that, you know, certain spirits have more energy than other spirits and are able to move, you know, certain things, and some aren't. And, you know, I don't think, I don't know. I don't think anybody's really going to have the answer to that. And if they say that's the correct answer, for me personally, I don't think we're ever going to have all the answers. And, you know, we can all assume that why certain things happen, and, you know, why certain things don't. But I don't think we're really ever going to have all the answers, unless one of us dies and then we come back. And I know that's happened to you, AJ, but
I didn't get all,
you know,
no.
you didn't get all the answers. But I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. Why some do it and some don't. I wish I knew. I knew.
I think personally, now this is only going by my aspects of it, that I think a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it is to do with how the person was in their mind when they were alive. Like, if someone, let's take someone like, say, Ted Bundy, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, was a serial killer. He was a sick, evil man. So, to me, you know, that's not necessarily going to change whenever he does pass on and cross over. Maybe if someone had a traumatic death, if they were brutally murdered, for instance, maybe they would, in spirit mind, might be vengeful. I mean, I don't know. I'm only going by.
Yeah, and I
I
get that. I do believe that the way you leave this, the way you were in life and the way you leave this life is the way you're going to be in afterlife. That I do believe. I do believe that. But I think what AJ is kind of saying is, why are some spirits able to move things and some aren't?
I think but this is coming into it. I think a lot of it is to do with would you call, I don't know if you call it anger or evilness or whatever you want to put it. I think if a spirit is more like was more of an angry, let's just use the word, I don't like using it, but insane person when they were alive, then maybe in the afterlife, if they're still like that, which we obviously believe that they are, maybe they're more inclined to be able to get the energy up to do more stuff like that, because they might not necessarily be throwing a chair across the room. Excuse me, they could be throwing a chair towards one of us investigating, but it goes another way, if you know what I mean. So, maybe it's all to do with how the person was. I mean, to me, if someone is the most kind-hearted soul when they were alive, they're not going to pass on and then start hitting you with things.
But see, this is the beauty thing. This is the beautiful thing about the paranormal industry, is that these are the type of answers that we're looking for.
And we're never going to know, probably.
We're never ever going to know. But isn't it fun just going out and trying to figure it out?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's fun going out and getting things thrown at you, because I've had it. I've had it before. I haven't been then asking for it, but I've walked into places and all of a sudden you have coins coming past your head and stuff, and there's nobody there. And I must admit, I can be like a kid in a toy shop with that. I mean, I'm like, whoa, yeah. But
there's a video that I have on Paraflixx. It didn't happen in that video because I've been to this church a number of times, but I went with my son's friend wanted to see the church. So I took him, and we had a book thrown at us, and it's actually in the video. And, it wasn't directly thrown at us. It was like thrown off the piano. And so stuff like that's cool and all that stuff. And obviously people want to capture that stuff, but I'm really talking about the more the demonic side that I'm just not interested in dealing with, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, the reason why I even brought it up, right, is because you see a lot of cases when it comes to demons or negative entities where they will do that type of stuff more often than when you see, someone who's, is a nice spirit or, a genuine spirit cases. Yeah. Sorry if I cut out there. It happens in both cases, good and bad entities, but it seems to happen more in the negative. And it just makes me wonder, are they in the good, in the light, not allowed to do certain things, or is it just the negative just uses the more energy? It's just weird. We're never going to know, obviously, because nobody's an expert in this field. I don't care what they say, but we have theories, and I just wanted to hear your guys.
Yeah, and Robert could be right. That might be the reason. But again, like you just
I think you started something here, AJ.
Yeah, you never know. It is.
You know what I think it is as well, Bryan?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
I think just before I forget this, because I've been meaning to say this and my mind slips. But I think as well, it's all down to your methods when you go in somewhere. There's a line between going in somewhere and have stuff thrown at you, or going in somewhere and asking for that to happen and then having it happen to you. The going into a location, whether it's abandoned or whatever it is, and things being thrown at you out of the blue. To me, that's someone, sort of like, I'm here, trying to get your attention. Whereas if you go in somewhere and, start calling stuff up and is that the best you can do? Throw something at me. Then you're asking for bad stuff to happen.
Yeah. I generally don't go in asking. When I go into a location, I generally don't go into a location asking them to throw something at me, and I know a lot of people do. or banging on a wall is a little bit different, yes, but actually physically walking into the location and say, can you throw something at me? No, I never do that. That to me is a type of provoking, and I
Yeah.
don't generally provoke. I rarely provoke, and I try to go into every location being as respectful as I can, and I even say that, and introducing myself really shows that as well. But I'm looking to go into locations to get answers, not to find demonic
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So,
And I'll fully admit, hold my hand up. When I was starting out, I was asking for things like that, like when I'm in somewhere. But I'm more interested now in if I'm in somewhere and I'm getting activity, I'll say to the spirit, can you please show yourself on camera?
mm,
You know, or can you, for instance, can you make a light flicker? I
mm,
think things like that are different. But I think when you go in somewhere, even if you're asking for something to be thrown, there's to me there's a way of saying it. Could you please let us know you're here? Could you please just move
yeah,
something?
yeah.
You know,
And I try to get the type of communication, because everybody who's watched my videos knows that I'm a huge fan of the SB7, and I want to get communication through the SB7, and even on my camera and my voice recorder as well. I'm looking like if I ask a question, hopefully I'm going to get an answer back. And if I get a question answered on the SB7, if I get a response back, then I can ask for a follow-up question and start getting those answers if they want to communicate. And that's the type of paranormal investigator I am. I'm just looking for
yeah,
the answers. And
yeah,
and I've said it a couple times. I'm just not interested in demonic stuff. Now, I've been into locations where it's very, very pissed off. It's very in a negative, pissed off way, but it's nothing
yeah.
demonic. And I think a lot of
No,
times people get that confused as well. And but if it's pissed off or something like that, and I know it's pissed off, then I'll try to maybe talk to something else or another spirit that may be in that location to
yeah.
get
It's,
away
it's
from
a
that
pet hate
negative.
of mine.
What's
That
that?
word.
What?
It's a pet hate of mine. That word.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just that's who I am as an investigator, and I'll continue being that way. I'm not going to change the type of
Absolutely.
investigator I am, and like I said earlier in
Anybody
the
watching,
conversation.
if you haven't seen this guy's stuff, watch this guy's stuff. He is amazing.
Stop it. So, thank you. But I've watched recently, I've watched a lot of podcasts recently about people, going into locations and trying to find something demonic, or watching videos and people looking for something demonic. If you were really, really encountering something demonic, I'm sorry, you wouldn't be laughing, you wouldn't be smiling if you knew what they could do to you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
I'm sorry. And that's just plain facts right there. Because I've had a buddy that was scratched by one, and he almost died, and he was sick, and he was sick for like 3 weeks, and he lost like 35 pounds. And the doctors had no idea what was going on. I did. I knew, but they weren't going to believe me,
Yeah,
but he almost died. And just because he wasn't eating, not drinking, everything. It was a terrible, terrible situation. And I just find it very, very humorous and very, very annoying sometimes when you watch
yeah,
these videos and people are walking in going, I'm looking for a demon, I want to get touched by a demon, I want to get scratched by a demon. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I don't support it. And if I see it, I'll turn it off. And it's just,
absolutely.
it's bad enough. Like, and we've heard this, and many people have said this in the industry. It's bad enough that we're having people not believe what we're doing, but then you got these people coming in and faking these videos and making it worse for us,
Yeah,
real researchers or investigators looking for the real answers. And
yeah,
unfortunately, until that stops, I don't think we're ever going to be really taken seriously, to be honest.
No,
you're right.
and not only that, but I think as well, when you see these videos, and I don't care what anybody says, it's clickbait when they say, demonic activity at such and such, and you watch it, and what they class as demonic activity is a stone being thrown or a voice saying, "Get out." Well, that is not demonic activity.
No.
Yeah.
No, I just the clickbait thumbnails really get me too. And like if I put up a thumbnail, it's usually okay, let me put it this way. When I have a thumbnail up on my videos, it's usually because that's something that's happened during the video.
Absolutely.
Either it's said something or it's done something, or like the church video that I had up, and the chair, you see the picture of the chair, is because something was said on the SB7 that I put in the thumbnail, and it literally said on the thumbnail, "Come sit."
Yep.
And that's what was on the SB7. It said, "Come sit."
I do the same.
So I generally put stuff on the thumbnail that's happened through the video. I don't put like, "Oh, we encountered a demonic entity." I don't put that stuff on my thumbnail because I think it's crap, and that's just clickbait. And unfortunately, people fall for it. So, and I know Lex is really, really big on that as well.
Yeah.
He hates that as well.
Yep.
And I understand I understand the people that do the videos want people to watch the videos, but stop fooling people because, it's just wrong. It's just wrong in my books. It's nice to see you home.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I just want to say to all the viewers out there, anyone who lives in Connecticut, who lives in the Durham, Middletown area, do not get Verizon, because if you're not around a Wi-Fi, you are not going to stream on StreamYard. I give up. I just came right home. I'm like, nope, I'm not missing any more of this.
I've been to Connecticut. My ex-wife's sister lived in Connecticut for about 2 or 3 years, and I actually drove down there to pick her up to move her back to Canada. That's why I was there.
Oh,
yeah,
you told me.
They are.
Well, no, that was. I'm going to be aging myself here.
Another life.
Yeah, that was about 18 years ago.
Cool. Time flies. Hey, Bryan, I wanted to ask you, would you be willing to show a couple clips from the Huntaphobia?
What would you like to see?
Well, you show us what you like the most.
Now, I was on your podcast before, right? And I showed these clips, didn't I? From the UK?
I'm not sure because you were with.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, but
the mausoleum.
You only showed a couple. Well, I don't think anything from the new season though.
I don't know if
he's wanting more teasers. That's what he wants.
I know. I don't know if I have any. Oh, wait a minute. Let me. I might. So let me show you a little bit about. Now, none of the words or anything like that. So I was doing a house investigation, and I don't know if you're familiar with this group, but this group, I'm gonna have to turn on this. This group, they're called Reckless Adventure. Okay. Have you ever heard of them?
I haven't heard of them. Sure, yeah.
So if you look on YouTube, up Reckless Adventure, these are two friends of mine. Okay. They're a couple of hours away from me, and their channel is called Reckless Adventure, and they do more. Did I disappear there?
Yeah, you were taking the video off for a reason. So
no, why did it disappear?
I
see why it disappeared.
Yeah,
not me.
I thought you did it on purpose.
No, I didn't do it on purpose. So they do more urban exploring.
Okay.
But they do some paranormal. They do some paranormal videos, cool. And they're great people. They're really, really good people. Let me just see if I can find it. Because actually, I could talk about it. If I can't find it.
Okay.
But I can't talk about what happened. I wish I would have known this before. and I would have gotten you some clips. Let me just change this for a minute because for some reason I'm on the wrong camera.
Oh, okay. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah,
so, wow. So we were, and this will be good for people that are going to be watching the video. So, Jeff and Hef, he goes by. His name's Jeff, but he goes by Hef. And Monique. They live in this house, and this house is about 120 years old, I think.
Nice.
And now this particular house, it has different levels.
Yeah.
So they live on the top floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are other floors. And it's really interesting because when I first got there, when I was walking up the stairs, I heard a woman.
Oh, wow.
I heard a woman whisper in my ear right away.
Did anyone
else?
Just you?
Nobody else was around. And I was going up the stairs by myself. And there were a lot of stairs. And so I actually spoke to Jeff and Monique, and I asked them, I was coming up the stairs and I heard a woman whisper in my ear, and she goes, "Oh yeah, that woman's always on the stairs."
Like no big deal, you know?
Yeah. So okay. So
love the bald head. That's what it was.
Yeah. So I with this particular season, I tried to avoid using a lot of equipment.
Okay.
So it was more about me.
Yeah.
Than about my abilities.
Yeah.
So there is going to be scenes in these videos of me not using equipment and me trying to get my abilities active and working.
I like it.
So I was actually standing in their bedroom because that's where a lot of stuff happens, in their bedroom.
Okay.
And now, with saying that, they have this cabinet that has a lot of stuff that they found in paranormal investigations, and they're urban exploring.
Oh man.
Yeah. So the actual, a lot of stuff happens with this cabinet.
I can imagine.
So I actually did. I was standing in the room, and now it's not going to be all seen, but there's about 20 minutes of video, and I captured 38 EVPs.
Wow, that's awesome.
Now, all of it's not going to be in the video because then the video would be like an hour and a half long.
Of course.
But in 20 minutes while standing there, and I even saw something too in the room. Now, while I was standing in the room, all of a sudden, I was just talking to the spirit, and all of a sudden the door opened.
Yeah, go ahead, Bryan.
Yeah. So he all of a sudden the door opened.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Wow.
And so I asked Jeff and Monique, does the door normally open? They say no.
Really?
And so obviously I checked it to make sure, try to debunk it, but there was no reason why the door should have opened.
Yeah.
And the door did. But what I found amazing while I was going through the video, that I captured 38 EVPs of a man and a woman talking to me. And it was really, really incredible. And I was, to be perfectly honest, I was a little overwhelmed by that.
Yeah.
But I really, really looked at the video to see, because they were like standing outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it might have been them whispering or something like that. But we went to other video and it wasn't. And it was just a crazy, crazy experience. Now, there is a possibility. Now, in the video as well, I'm not sure if it's going to be in the video, but in the video as well, there is a backgammon table.
Oh, okay.
Like the game.
Yeah, I know what it is. Yep.
And so we brought out the game because she has a feeling that her father's there.
Okay.
Because her father passed away. I can't recall the date when he passed away, but he passed away, obviously. He passed away a few years back or 3 years back or something like that. Yeah. But they used to play this backgammon I can't even say the name, backgammon game all the time. So we actually pulled it out.
Oh, cool.
And we started using the spirit box, the SB7, and I was asking it to move the dice or what the number on the dice was. And at one point it actually said the number on the dice.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I spun the dice. I threw the dice down on the game, and it showed, I think it was 7 or something like that. And it said 7.
That's so awesome.
So it's and again, I'm not sure if that's going to be in the video or not, but because I haven't seen the final cut yet.
Yeah.
And but the house was incredible. It really, really was. And you know, they didn't want to investigate. They wanted somebody else to come and investigate to show that they weren't crazy and what they were hearing and seeing and all those things. So Jeff and Monique keep their paranormal equipment in the bedroom, which personally I wouldn't do, but so it sits in a drawer.
Yeah.
And one night, all the equipment went off.
No.
And it was sitting in the drawer. And so they always had a feeling that something was there. They were also curious to know if it was something that was followed them. But overall, the investigation was a really, really, it was a really, really fun night. Another investigation that's going to be coming up on the 3rd season. It's called the Lift Locks.
Okay.
It's about an hour and a half away from me. It's where boats. It's called lift locks because the boats will go into the actual lock part and it will raise.
Yep.
And then they can continue on the river there. So
that's the one I was asking you about that Patty was in, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I actually went with my buddy Rob, and we had our film crew with us.
Oh, cool.
Because originally we were going to be investigating another place, but unfortunately we got kicked out in about 5 minutes.
You bet.
So yeah, bad. But we didn't know. It didn't say any trespassing or nothing.
Yeah,
didn't say anything.
Yep.
And it was an old military boys camp, I guess, kind of sort of way. It was a boy camp at one point, or it was a military camp at one point for prisoners.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a boys camp. And it was just it's supposedly incredibly haunted. We'll attempt to do it again, but we're going to go through the proper channels this time.
Of course.
And but we ended up going to another location because we weren't too far from it.
Yeah.
And that was the Lift Locks. And that night was incredible. The amount of stuff I got off the SB7 was amazing.
Yeah.
And it looks like we even captured something on the FLIR.
Oh, really?
Nice.
So, yeah. So,
dude, that's really not.
What's that?
I said, what I've noticed from myself using the FLIR too, I mean, everybody's different, but with me, it's not easy to really always catch some on the FLIR camera. You know?
And what's great about it is it looks like we caught something, and then I caught an EVP on the camera mic.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, and we actually captured 2 EVPs on the camera mic while I was doing the FLIR. And this is the FLIR it's not an app. It's not an app. It's the one that you see on the ghost hunting shows out, not the gun one.
Yeah.
The actual where you can plug it into your phone.
Yeah.
You can do it on a tablet as well, can't you?
What's that?
You can do it on a tablet as well.
Yes. I've used it in my videos before. I used it at the prison.
Oh, cool.
That was in my 2nd season. And we captured, while I was doing that, we captured an EVP.
Okay.
While I was using the FLIR. I like the FLIR, but I just don't use it enough, you know? And but my real go-to is the SB7, the voice recorder, and obviously the camera. So, but I seem to catch a lot off my camera.
Yeah.
I seem to get a lot of EVPs off my camera for some reason. I have a mic sitting on top of the camera as well.
Yeah, me as well.
This mic is incredible. It could probably capture a flea fart from 5 miles away.
Yep. I know.
So it's just incredible. But even in my video that I just recently put up on YouTube of the church, I put at the end of the video, I put the camera on the piano, and I captured while we left the room for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I captured, I think it's 80 EVPs on the camera mic.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, so that was a really good. That just came out 2 weeks ago on YouTube, and it's a really, really good video because it captured a lot of things in that video. And I even captured an EVP on my GoPro.
That's awesome. I tell you what, Devo has great captures with just like the mic on his phone sometimes. I mean, anytime he'll do a video, he'll be getting EVP after EVP. It's wild. So I could definitely attest to that, man. The camera, for some reason.
Well, let me show. I'm going to show you one. I'm going to go to my YouTube, because there's one that was captured by a phone that was really, really incredible. This is actually, and I've actually not in this particular video or not in this particular investigation, but I have done the Blue Ghost Tunnel, and it is on Paraflixx.
Cool.
So that is good. But there's a particular, I'm going to show this one, because this is an EVP that we captured in Blue Ghost Tunnel.
Okay.
So let me just share my screen.
Okay. I'm already waiting for it to come.
Let me do this. Let me do the audio. Let me share. So let me actually go to the actual, where did the video go? Oh, there it is.
Add it.
Do you see it?
Hold on, I'm going to add it. There we go.
So let me turn up this.
Perfect.
Now, see if you can hear it. This was at Blue Ghost Tunnel, and this was actually captured on a phone, and that's what reminded me when you were talking about the phone.
Awesome.
Did you hear it? I'll play it again. Hear it?
I heard something.
Yeah, I heard it very faintly.
Go it again?
Yep.
Or do it again?
Oh, man.
Right there.
Yep, right there. Oh. It did. Now, was there anything before that, or was that somebody else talking? Because it kind of sounded like there was.
That was me. That was me talking. That was me talking. And then all of a sudden, we captured this EVP on the phone.
Yep.
This was my buddy's, my buddy Antonio's phone.
Yep.
And he was filming the wall, because the reason he was filming the wall, because when you walk into the tunnel, there's ledges on the wall, and there's all these empty candle holders. Like people have been trying to do seances and stuff like that. So listen to it one more time.
Yep, go ahead.
And tell me what you think it's saying. Now, keeping in mind, absolutely no women on this investigation. Did you hear it?
I couldn't hear it that time.
It's actually saying leave.
There's when I listen to it, I can hear something happening, but I can't make out what it said.
Yeah, it's saying, you can hear it saying, it says it like this. It goes, leave.
Yeah, I could I don't have a headphone on right now, but I can hear it faintly though. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And that's what it is.
That was a woman.
It is a woman. It was a woman. Yeah, it was a woman. It was a woman voice. And let me see what else I can pull up here from prior, because I do have a lot of clips on here that I do. Let me see here.
While you're pulling this up, I want to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
EVPs seem to a lot of the times come through as like a whisper type style, right? Now, what's your theory on this? My theory is that they're sending a block of energy that has obviously a vocal tone to it into that device that we have, either a digital recorder or whatever, because obviously they don't have mouths to communicate or vocal cords. So my theory has always been just like how a medium gets a block of thought and they have to kind of decipher it in a way by images and feelings in certain ways. I feel like in a way that block of energy that they will send in to have a voice kind of comes in like that. And sometimes that's the reason why we'll have really loud EVPs, or sometimes we'll have really soft, depending on the energy. But what is your personal theory on why we would get always sometimes like whispers, even though we could tell gender sometimes, everything? What's your theory on that?
I think it's just a matter of the energy they're able to use.
Yeah.
Like they're getting from you, or maybe even from your equipment.
Yep.
I think that has a lot to do with it. Okay. But again, it's one of those questions that there could be many different reasons why some are whispering, some are, louder, it's just a matter of now, I will say I think sometimes it also depends on the area you're in as well.
Yeah.
Because we all know that if I go to the streaming tunnel, that is the tunnel's built with lime.
Okay.
There's water, and right above there's train tracks.
There you go.
And we all know those are conduits for paranormal. And so again, there could be various different reasons why some are able to speak louder, and I think it has a lot to do with the energy they're able to pull in. So so I do have quite a few clips. Let me see what this one is first, because I think this is the one I want to show you. Let me just make sure this is it. Okay, so this is a good one. Okay, so the backstory about this is this is at the streaming tunnel. Let me just share it. This is at the streaming tunnel, and basically, long story short, the parents were going through a nasty divorce. Okay, and the parents were going through a nasty. Did it go down? What happened?
Went away.
Oh, sorry. Let me share it again. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me share it again. There we go.
Cool.
So the parents were going through a very, very nasty divorce, and suppose what is going on?
I don't know.
That's weird.
You're not hitting anything.
It's funny. It's every time we try to do this, it's like when you try to show something, it goes all crazy. Okay, so can you see it?
Yes. I'm gonna actually keep I don't want to exit. I mean, if I exit participants, I hope it's not gonna exit again. But hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah. Okay. So this particular, like I said, so this one, this streaming tunnel, and I don't know why it's not on the top 10 list, because every time I go there, the amount of EVPs and stuff I capture at this location is incredible. Yeah. So, like I was saying, long story short, the parents were going through a nasty divorce. Supposedly the guy set the house on fire. His daughter was still in the house.
Oh.
She got severely burned, and she ran down to the tunnel to hide and ended up dying.
Oh my gosh.
So what we're doing is we're trying to, because we've been told that the foundation is still there and it holds a lot of energy, and people go over there and they have a lot of different experiences. So we're actually trying to find the location. And this is what happened.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to make it full screen. There we go.
Which way do I go? Point me in the right direction. Do I go straight, or is it behind me? The other side.
Oh, wow.
The other side.
Yeah.
Or is it behind me? The other side.
Wow.
Now,
no, wait,
Brian.
First voice, it was said go straight at first.
Yeah, there was a few other things. There were a few other things there as well, but the main thing is the other side. Now, what that meant was we were on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, okay.
So it was literally helping us to try to find it. Now, what's really cool about this, I'm going to show you this other one. Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Let me know when you're ready.
Find it. Yeah. Make sure I can find it. Is this it?
Let me know when you want to put full screen.
Yeah. I just got to make sure this is it.
Yep.
Can you help us find it?
Here. So this is the actual. This happened a couple of minutes before. Okay. So I asked the question, "Can you help us find it?" And this is the response I got.
Hold on, let me make it full screen.
Let me go back. Let me know when you're, because I can't see you guys because I got to put it full screen. Are we good to go? Where did they go?
Oh, you need me to come back? You're good to go.
Oh, no. Good. Yeah, that's what I was asking, if we're good to go. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
ready?
I didn't know my mic was off.
No, that's okay. You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Can you help us find it? You'll never find it. Can you help us find it? You'll never find it. Find it? You'll never.
Dude, it does not get any more relevant than that for a response. You'll never find it. That was so clear.
And the funny thing is, then I asked a question about, is it behind us or in front of us? And then it said the other side.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about all of that, we never did find it. So,
But it said on that you'll never find it. So
yeah. So let me see if I can pull up another clip.
Okay.
I do put a lot of clips up on my YouTube because I think people want to see those, you know, and I think they're great. I think they're great to put up.
Oh,
and
I totally agree.
Yeah.
For all our viewers out there, go and visit Huntaphobia on YouTube. We put up the links on our Facebook, on a lot of places that we have promoted this episode. So please check out a bunch of Bryan's stuff on social media. Also, don't forget to go to Paraflixx, get your subscription. It's very cheap, and also great place for great teams like Huntaphobia, Bryan and his teammate, and just some awesome stuff that they've captured, as you could tell from these clips. So,
yeah,
AJ,
yeah.
Sorry, can I just say to both of you, I'm gonna knock my camera off for a bit because I'm gonna have to go and give Julie a hand. So I'm hoping to get back on before.
Go give the family a hand. I'll take care of the rest of this, and I'll talk to you a little later, all right?
I'll try and get back on before it ends anyway.
All right, no big deal, my friend. Yeah, take care of the family.
Cheers.
All right, brother. Bye.
So let me go to this one. This was at the prison.
Okay.
Let me see if I have the right one.
Okay.
It's been a while since I looked at these, eh?
I'm the same way, man. I'll go back like 6 months later and be like, oh, I gotta watch these over again.
No, that's not the one I want. And it doesn't help that ever since I moved to this new place, the internet is not great.
Well, as you can see, I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, right now it's been pretty good, so I'm lucky, but Verizon, terrible.
Yeah. So I'll show this one last clip.
All right, I'm gonna make full screen, so you can go ahead once it's full screen whenever you.
Yeah, this isn't it either.
Okay.
So let me. I got a few clips from Burwash Prison.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it full. You can go ahead and show when you're ready.
Yeah, no worries. Let me just make sure. This might be. Oh, this is it here. I got it. So this one is super, super cool. So there's actually a part of the prison.
Okay.
That it almost looked like there was a stage and where they showed movies.
Yeah.
And like a stage for theater almost. And it was really interesting. Obviously, you know, I think most prisons, as we know, they like to show movies and stuff like that. And again, there was also a stage. So I'll just show this part and you tell me what you think of it.
All right.
Did you watch movies in here? Definitely.
Wow.
Did you watch movies in here? Definitely.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
that was a great capture, man. That really was. You know,
yeah, so
sorry.
let me just go back to this. Yeah.
It's funny,
So,
not to interrupt you. What I was gonna say was is that it may not seem like a lot to people. Just one word answer or whatever, but people who don't really understand, that aren't investigators, and why we get so excited is because this thing is scanning at like such a fast rate through these radio frequencies, and to get a relevant response like that is not easy. It's not just a coincidental thing that'll happen. I mean, like you've had, like we were just saying about the dice, said the exact number. I mean, to have a coincidence every once in a while maybe is one thing, but when you're getting back-to-back stuff, like how you just heard when they said you're not going to find it and all stuff like that, that's why we get so excited, because it's just amazing. It really is.
It really is. And, and what people need to understand with the Burwash prison video that I just showed, it's about a 5-hour drive from me.
Oof.
And then, where you park, you have to walk another 45 minutes.
Yep.
So this is out in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Like there is nothing around.
Yeah.
And there's not even any towers around. In fact,
there was no other response that came through. So
the only thing that we were ever getting through the SB7 is actual responses, because we didn't get any radio. You couldn't get any radio up there. And there was even points where I actually had the antenna up to see if I could get radio stations.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
Yeah.
And it just ended up, it just ended up being a really, really great 3-part series. And it's on Paraflixx, and in my second season. And it was just an incredible, incredible prison, not only for capturing evidence, but visually too. Like the video itself, like the place was amazing. It really, really was. And the person I was with there, his name is Michael, and he was a friend of mine. He was a friend of my cameraman, and he wanted to get an experience on a paranormal investigation, and that's why we brought him.
Awesome.
So, but it's not an easy place to go to or get to. 5-hour drive and then a 45-minute walk through nothing but bush.
Oh.
And if you go in the middle of the summer, you better bring bug spray, because you will be attacked.
Oh, wow.
My very first time there, I didn't bring bug spray. I brought everything else except bug spray. And by the time I got to the prison, I had at least 1,000 bites on the back of my neck.
You regretted it completely.
I could send you the picture.
Definitely. Well, hey, Bryan, one other question I wanted to ask you before we obviously at the end, unfortunately, a concert tonight, but I'm so happy that you were able to stay on for 2 hours.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're going to be coming back on again anyway, man, because I love you to death. You're my brother. And obviously there's just so much that we could talk about and keep going. But one of the last questions that I wanted to ask you was, what are some of the abilities that you were working on in season 3 that you were talking about? Sorry, season 2. I apologize. Right, season 2.
No, season 3.
Oh, season 3.
Season 3. Yeah. So really, what I wanted to do is I obviously I use the equipment in the episodes, but I really was trying to get away from using equipment and really trying to get my abilities working.
Of course.
And because people know me, know I can see things, but I can't really hear them or see facial features. I can tell between a man and a woman by looking at it, by gut, by feeling. And so I really tried to stay away from, certain points of the video, the equipment. And there was a time I was at the lift locks, and I was actually not using any equipment, and I was just saying, I'm trying to open myself up. I want you to come to me, talk to me. And we actually captured 2 EVPs in that particular moment. I didn't hear, but it was captured on camera.
Awesome.
So that's really what it was about. And the exact same thing with the residential house investigation I did. And we also did a museum. And the museum that we did, I also tried to attempt that as well in the museum. So there's certain parts through the videos that I'm attempting to try to use my abilities rather than using equipment.
Oh, I hope I didn't lose you.
No, you got me.
I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Plug it in my phone so it didn't die on me.
No.
But no, that's great, man. I mean, what are some things that you experience? I mean, I know obviously you said you see some things in the physical sometimes, but is it a lot of feeling wise that you get?
No, it's actually seeing.
Oh,
The
okay.
only it's actually seeing them. So when I see something,
Yeah.
it's usually a black figure, pretty solid. But when it's something on the demonic side, it's usually a translucent black smoke that moves around very, very slowly. But when it comes to me wanting to know if it's a male or female, that's when the feeling or the gut feeling comes in that this is a man or this is a woman, or never existed as a man or a woman.
Yeah.
So that's what I get. But ever since I got back from the UK, and I've told this on other podcasts as well, that ever since I went to the UK, my abilities have changed.
Oh, I can imagine.
Now I am starting to hear them a little bit. Now I am starting to see some facial features.
Wow.
But it's definitely changed, and I don't know what happened in UK, but as soon as I stepped off that plane, something changed in me, and the energy in the UK is extremely different from the energy here in North America. And I was able to see things and hear things, and people are going to see it in the videos over there than here. But for some reason, they stayed. I'm able to see them more clearly. I'm able to hear them. I'm able to tell, obviously, man and woman, that hasn't changed, but able to see some facial features now.
That's
and
awesome.
So I don't know what happened over there, but I think I was meant to go over there.
Yeah. I
think bring that back here. And now I'm going to be doing probably more of it in my probably 6th and 7th season. Because my 2 seasons are going to be covered already for 4th and 5th because they're going to be UK videos.
Yeah, I can't wait.
There's probably going to be about a total of 18 videos.
Oh wow.
So hi Nando. Nando's in the room.
Hey, Raymond.
I saw Raymond. Yeah. Hey buddy. So that's what's happening right now. The 3rd season should be up in the next week or 2 on Paraflixx, and the documentary will be out in October. And then 4th and 5th season will start soon as well.
Oh man, that's awesome. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, all the things that's going on, and then also with the Huntaphobia, man. I mean, it's just awesome, man. It makes me so happy, so proud, and to watch your dreams become reality and watch you succeed, man. I mean,
Thank you.
motivates me and inspires me to do better. And
I'm telling you, AJ, I'm hoping all this stuff that I'm doing for you guys is going to get you guys out there as well. And it is getting you guys out there.
Absolutely.
And you guys are just as important to the paranormal field than anybody else, so, we're all working together for one cause.
Yep.
And I wish the other crap would stop.
Exactly. And it's good to, see people like us and the people that we're working with, where we're not looking at competitive. We're happy, like I am for you with your success, and you're also happy with things that you're able to help us with, that we're growing. And it's just great. I mean, to have Raymond on now and Nando, I mean, it's just a great group of people, and I couldn't be more happy. I really couldn't.
Me too. Me too.
Super pumped for you, super pumped for everyone, myself included, and I can't wait. So
yeah. Well, in the next few days. The
wait is over.
Yes. And if you guys are interested, if you want to go back in this video, I showed part of the website today in this podcast.
Go back in the beginning of the video. Bryan did show a little teaser of the website. So definitely go there, check it out. It looks magnificent. So definitely check it out. But Bryan, before you go, man, please shout out your podcast, Huntaphobia, just places they could check you out at. Oh, the ugly man is back. Oh man. By all means,
that's funny.
Shout out all of your stuff for us so that the viewers.
Okay. So obviously we've been talking about Huntaphobia Canada. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and they both disappeared on me. So you could find me on Huntaphobia Canada on Facebook as well. I do have a public group page. I also have a private group page for Huntaphobia. And and then next would be Parapost Network, the app. You can download it through iOS or Android. It's very simple. You make a free account. You go in there and see what other paranormal investigators are doing. And you can watch videos too. The next thing is Parapost Network Central on Facebook. If you have a podcast, if you do live investigations, bring it over to Parapost Network Central. I'll make you an editor, and you can start posting your stuff on there, and you can start getting some views. I'm also on TikTok on Huntaphobia Canada. The next thing would be Global Ghost Hunt. You can find it on Facebook. You can find it on Twitter. You can find it on TikTok, and you can find it on Instagram. And I think that's it. And one more thing, and Lex will kill me.
Yep.
If I didn't say it, yeah. You can also find me on YouTube on Through the Lens with Bryan and Lex. We also stream it on Parapost Network Central. We also stream it on to Huntaphobia Canada. We do stream it on to PD Region Paranormal as well sometimes, and along with Patty Adams, the G Team Paranormal. We also stream on there as well. So you can find us basically anywhere.
Sounds great, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. And can I mention one thing? I'm going to mention one more thing. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Recently, I did an interview for a magazine.
Yep.
And that should be coming out. I think not this episode, the next episode, or the next magazine. I did a interview with. When that comes out, I'm going to share it everywhere. And you can go and check out that interview that I did for the magazine. So I'm looking forward for that to come out as well.
Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. You didn't even tell me about that. I see how.
No, I haven't told anybody about that, actually. There's only one person that knows, the person who interviewed me.
So you've heard it on here first again.
Well, Bryan, I thank you so much, brother, for coming on. I'll be talking to you later tonight anyway. And like we always
absolutely
do. Look forward to it, man. And please, guys, all the viewers, go check out all of Bryan's stuff from Huntaphobia, Parapost, Global Ghost Hunt, Through the Lens, a great paranormal podcast. Go check it out, Through the Lens with Bryan and Lex, every single Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. UK. Amazing paranormal podcast. Please go check it out. And just check out everything, man. And also look forward to the website dropping. And Bryan, thank you so much, brother.
Yes. Yeah, and that website and that website will be under www.globalghosthunt.com.
Very
it comes out.
Lovely.
Okay,
awesome.
Guys.
Bryan,
thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. A
lot
of fun today.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
See you, bye. See you guys.
See you there, Bryan.
No, brother. Sorry you missed the ending there, Robin, but I
was still watching it. I just wasn't able to come in on it. I had a few bits to do, so.
Oh, you're good, man. Hey, family comes first, like I always told you. So, I'm glad you were able to help Julie and everything. So, shout out to Julie. But I just wanted to tell all the viewers we appreciate you guys all for watching, and the ones that will watch after this, obviously goes up in a minute. We just want to say thank you to everyone who supports us, follows us, to our Global Ghost Hunt Administration we're a part of. We give a shout out to every single person on there, especially the Raymond and Nando for being here watching right now. We just appreciate all you guys. You guys are an amazing team. The things that you do, just everything is just amazing. And I couldn't be happy to be part of a better family. So thank you guys so much. Once again, I just want to shout out a couple things real quick before we go. I want to shout out our good friend Matt Barron from Paranormal Consultant and the Paracrew podcast. Please go check him and them out right on Facebook and all the other social medias. Paracrew podcast, me and Robin will be coming on, I believe, this week. I'm not too sure. We have to make sure, but I believe tomorrow night I'm going to be coming on at 7 p.m. So definitely check that out. And I know Robin may be coming on tonight. Not too sure what's going on with that. So, take a look at that. Also want to give a shout out to PD Region Paranormal, one of our brothers and all our brothers in there that are a part of Global Ghost Hunt Administration. Please go check them out. They do an amazing events for fans, for viewers. They do paranormal investigations, all types of stuff. So please go check them out. It's a great team. Like I said before, Huntaphobia, just had Bryan on. Go and check out all of his stuff and subscribe to Paraflixx if you aren't yet. Very cheap and some great teams on there from Huntaphobia, Beyond the Veil Investigations, just everybody on there. I mean, it's just great people. And lastly, we just want to give a couple shout outs to FCD real quick. Go check out FCD Ghost Boxes. at the link right there. And he makes some good ghost boxes and has a bunch of little package together. It's cheap, affordable, and great for beginners to people who are advanced to check them out. And also, big time, don't forget, a couple days or a few days, it will be launching globalghosthunt.com, www.globalghosthunt.com. If you are a researcher or a team and you want to get involved in this 10-day event that will be starting registration in the next few days when the website drops, it'll be for 2023. It's going to be major, and it's going to be happening every year after, which is just going to be huge. And I also want to give a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. AP, Mr. and Mrs. AP Variety Channel. They're just some great people. We want to just show our love to them for always showing love for us. We love you guys. We appreciate you. And again, to all the viewers, this is AJ from Talking with the Source and Coventry Circle Paranormal.
And Robin from Huntaphobia Paranormal and Talking with the Source.
Thank you, guys.
And someone who's not here, Steve-O.
Yes, Steve-O, which Steve-O will be joining us. We have recently, we're just finishing off these couple weeks that we have left before we switch the schedule to Sunday, so that Steve-O will be able to join us with his work schedule. But stay tuned. We have a couple more shows this week. We have, I believe, 2. We have Matt Bryan from Paranormal Consulting coming on Sunday. And we have one more guest who I will be releasing tonight. You'll be seeing the banners and all that. So definitely check it out. Make sure to visit our new Twitter page and Talking with the Source at Twitter. And also, just check out all of our stuff from the YouTube channel we started to have all these old videos. And if you want to go back to the very beginning, before it was Talking with the Source, head to Talking with the Source on Facebook. And we have all our videos from the very beginning, before it was just me alone and it was Coventry Circle Paranormal Podcast, to now, and how it's evolved, and some great guests. And we just confirmed Patty Negri will be coming on in September. It's going to be amazing. So make sure to check it out. But Robin, talk to you soon, my friend. Love you guys. And thank you to the viewers again. Take care.
No problem. See you all soon.